There we go. I'll have to pre-read it. Who was it? Somebody... I don't remember who it was. But somebody said that I should have somebody to pre-read my books before I stream them or whatever. And it's like... I mean, Bo, you kind of already do that. You know, it was probably my counselor, I think, actually. Okay. So, 2078 The Fall. Prologue. I could do that for you. I mean, Bo, you kind of already do, to be fair. So this one's only 30 chapters. How many pages is it, though? I didn't really look. The story continues. Why isn't it not telling me? Okay. I'll have to look. It says, oh, did you see? Okay, 251. Okay, that's not bad. You know, because if it's another 500-page book, we'll probably be on it for months again. Oh, it was down at the bottom. I'm so blind. Okay. 2078 The Fall. Prologue. It had been nearly 35 years since CNAW, Conserving North America's Wildlife Act, became law in 2044. Conspiracy theorists now think it was the most brilliant political move in history. They believe CNAW was a CIA project that used intense research and social... There we go. And social science modeling. The CIA bolstered the research with data collected through the social media giant Picture Page. Regardless of who designed it, the law began a cascade of events that were an unmitigated disaster. Perceived threats to wildlife became inflamed on social media, leading to a call for government action. Congress responded with CNAW. The federal government designated national forests and undeveloped federal lands as wilderness areas. As hunting is illegal in wilderness areas, it became illegal in all national forests. Congress then used huge monetary incentives to encourage states to convert their lands to wilderness areas. Most states complied. Large game wildlife population responded explosively. With no hunting allowed on federal and most state-owned lands, a majority of the public continued to push for a ban on all guns. 3 years later, they succeeded. Seth, welcome in. How was your day? How was your stream? Seth, we're starting a new book. I just started. And Seth, I got a new emote. You didn't see my new emote. You should have access because I think you're subbed. Because all my free ones are like filled, so. There you go. Thanks for the check-in. I decided to change that so then I can have like... Why are the shoutouts working now? They weren't working a minute ago. Thanks for the shoutout. Within 10 years of CNAW becoming law, human-wildlife interactions became common. Within 20 years, the majority of those interactions would turn conflicts. This was due to the negative outcomes for the humans. As the third decade of CNAW came to a close, most citizens in the suburb had moved to cities where they felt safe. The towers of Judge Dredd were becoming a reality. I appreciate Bo. Social media continued to play a major role in society. There was a call for the government to do something about the wildlife problem. The enlightened society was against killing for any reason. The only answer was to fence in the cities. The government built walls around all major cities, and the citizens rejoiced. Okay, Ron, I thought the same thing, because it's like we just finished a book about Dread. Which I need to write my review for. I haven't done it yet. I'm behind on my reviews. I think I have 5 book reviews that I have to still post. I do what I want. The silent coup of the United States of America occurred only 24 years after CNAW became law. In 2076, the coup led to the formation of the Social States of America, SSA. The SSA was the latest advancement in the new socialist world order. Imagine the citizens' surprise as social media was immediately regulated. Censors redacted all anti-government sentiment, and shock troopers imprisoned the violators. True socialism had finally come to North America. Stop shouting me out. The People's Republic to China, PRC, helped establish the SSA. Despite that, they soon found their client state was not as well behaved as planned. With the help of the PRC, it only took 6 months for the SSA to solidify its hold on the country. It was at that point that our new government showed its true colors. The government of the SSA began to threaten every other nation with nuclear strikes. Like other power-hungry governments before them, they demanded recognition and respect. The arrogant dog liked its new power and wanted more. The tariffs and economic sanctions that followed were a strike at the severity of our great nation that could not be tolerated. Also, to answer, my stream was... Oh, that's good. Were you still streaming the 18-hour stream, or was it like a new stream? Oh, you know what? Let me close you out. And let me close K-Ron out. And let me close Journey out. Okay. A year later, in 2077, the world finally had the excuse to put Americans in their rightful place. Fortunately, they still lacked the will to do so. China did not lack such willpower. The only warning of the end came in a news conference stating the SSA's demand were that of a petulant child. The PRC stated they would no longer tolerate the primitive Americans' behavior in our civilized society. The bombs fell within the hour. I thought I... What did I say? New stream. Oh, it was a new stream. Well, I'm glad that it was good. What did you end up playing? Legacy getting her closure. Okay, can I just say that after watching what I watched last night, this is like bringing back the whole movie to me. That's what's going on right now. Like I said, I think I've been traumatized a little bit. The 14 hour... I thought it was 18. Was it 14 or 18 hour stream? I thought I was going to. I managed to speed through in 11 hours. That's... How did you do that? To show their humanitarian side, the PRC used high-altitude airburst nukes. Converted commercial airliners delivered the bombs, hiding in plain sight. The EMPs destroyed 97% of the SSA's power grid and 95% of all motor vehicles. The EMPs affected parts of Mexico and Canada. With sincere apologies from the PRC, rumors flew about backroom payments from the PRC to Canada. Complaints from Mexico were ignored. Yesterday was both Force Awakening games. Today was both Injustice games. I don't know anything about those. I did purchase... I got Fields Mysteria. I don't know if you are familiar with that. I recently got that, and I really like it. I like it better than Stardew so far. A week after the EMP attacks, the petulant SSA government attempted to retaliate. The PRC shot down the few planes in the attack and sent the plague. After the war between Russia and Ukraine, the world's industrialized nations lost their feelings of safety. They all began putting more effort into hardening their infrastructure. The rumors claim this to be the reason for the plague. It seems the PRC must have brought it into the SSA as a fail-safe when they sent troops to help their new client state. No one is sure which was more devastating, the bombs or the plague, but we're all sure of the result. North America became the land of nightmares. Yeah, so like this is reminding me... Kayron, were you in here when I was talking about the movie that I watched last night? Because this is like bringing flashbacks of that. How long is chapter 1? Chapter 1. Chapter 2. Okay, we could get through that. We will get through... Oh, what movie? Okay, so, have you heard of the Studio Ghibli movie that just came out on Netflix? It's called The Graveyard of the Fireflies. No, I said a minimum 14 hours because I can't... The Grave of the... Is it the Grave? Yeah, it's somewhere along those lines. I ran through them individually and it took me 14 hours in total, but yesterday I don't know how, but... Jules! Welcome in! How are you? How's your Saturday? Jules, you're an anime person. Did you watch the Studio Ghibli movie that's on Netflix? I don't know, Rusty, it's probably like around those lines kind of deal. Now the shout out stopped working. What the F? Seth, maybe you got through it quicker because you already went through it once, you know? And like when you do it again, you could usually go through faster. Y'all could give her a video shout out because I am in between chapters. Jules, did you watch the Studio Ghibli movie that's on Netflix currently? Bowfix. I don't know why I can't figure out what's wrong with them. No, I don't think I did. Yeah, it's on Netflix. And I watched it last night. But let me tell you, Jules, if you watch this, be prepared to have your heart just kind of like ripped out. I think I'm a little traumatized from watching it. So, did her video shout out not work either? Why are they not working now? Hold on, I'm going to switch screens. Maybe it's something with my screens. Okay, I'm gonna have to check that. That tells me that it's my scenes.
Knocked one. Come on, bitch. They're gonna fucking revive. They're gonna revive right here.
So this is Jules. She's a new friend recently. She's in the wolf pack too.
Knocked.
Okay. Refresh the link. I'll probably have to do that in a minute. Mockin! Oh, what the heck? Now it works.
My People's Ascendant. I mostly play Sage and Viper, but I am open to playing other agents.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Mockin6. Let me tell ya, we might not be winning all the games, ladies and gentlemen, but goddamn, we're gonna have a great time. I'm saying, yo, I'm telling you.
I can't see him. I hate that it's like partially cut off. Thanks for the biddies, Jules. Mockin, how are you? How's your Saturday? By the way, okay, Jules, what I was saying is that be prepared that the anime will rip your heart out. I don't want to give too much away, but I don't know. I need somebody to talk to about it. It's really bugging me. So basically, like, just to give you, it is about two like kids during the bombing of Japan. So so just like, if that, basically you followed these two kids during that time. So I'll leave it to that. I'm at work but vibing. How's reading on a computer? Thanks, Mockin. Mockin, to be fair, I am not a fan of reading on the computer. But I hope work is going okay, Mockin. Mockin, you're an anime person too. Have you watched this movie on Netflix? Dang, I'm on my period too. Perfect time, Jules. It is, Jules. Wait, did you see it then? Because that's exactly what it is. I am a fellow nerd like you people. What show? Yes. Okay, so on Netflix, there's a Studio Ghibli anime right now. And it's called Grave of the Fireflies. You watched it a long time ago. Yes! Oh my god, I was bawling last night. I'm so like won't watch it. Yes, I'm traumatized by it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I probably won't watch it again either, but like, oh my god, it's so bad. And then like, I was so upset at the ant in the movie. I'll just say that. I was so upset. I know nothing of anime. That's okay, Tacos. That's okay. We still love you. Oh, Jules! Thanks for the sub! My alert's still not working. Cool. Thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. Isn't it an old... I said that I don't know if it's an old movie, but it's just on Netflix now. So... Oh, wait. Sangi! Thanks! I just see at the top that it says that they, sub. I like Mockin. I like Mockin too. Oh god, isn't that from the 90s? Actually, Mockin, I think it's from the 80s. Mockin, did you watch it too? How come you didn't ask me? Because I didn't think about it at the time, Seth. That's all it was. The lies in which... I know, right, Jules? She is horrible. And like, she's saying all these kids... I don't even know if I should even say. I want to say. Because like, the kids did... I would say the kids did help. As much as they could, you know? Yes! I haven't seen it. I'm a caveman brain. Demon Slayer. I love Demon Slayer. Dragon Ball. I never could get into Dragon Ball. To be honest. But, okay, Mockin, it is a kind of sad story. So maybe it's not really up your alley. But it was horrible. I didn't do that. Oh, yeah. You will cry. You will. Wait, Bo, have you watched it too? I need fight so I can work out again. Okay, well, Mockin, there is a war. They're in the middle of a war. Does that count? I actually do love anime. I have so many... Wait, really, Tacos? I had no idea. Tacos, what animes do you watch? Legacy out here trying to find people. Hey, this movie is basically that's what it is. It's like these kids surviving, you know. So Kiwi, it is so, like, I was bawling by the end of the movie. It was so, like Jules says, I'm traumatized. Reading this book is bringing back memories. So, it was good, but it was difficult by the end. Just, like, what makes it difficult is what these kids had to go through, basically. Of the month, a lot. What do you mean, Tacos? Yeah, it's a 1980, and now reading it, I realize I have seen it already, but Seth, wait, so you watched it too, Seth? It's so difficult. It's so difficult to watch again. There's no way I will volunteer to watch it again. Like, I'll watch some of the other ones again, but not that. I can fight you, that help. I watch all anime. I have seen everything. Have you really? Tacos, I have manga too. I love manga. So have you watched the Studio Ghibli's? Because Studio Ghibli is not on Crunchyroll. Funimation is no more. It's not on Prime. And I don't know what High Dive is. Okay, Bo, thank you. Absolutely love. Love support. Yep. Maybe I'll give a watch, but probably not. Mockin, it's really sad. Even though there is a war, it is sad. Like, to the point that I'm traumatized where this book is bringing back memories of the movie. I stayed up last night watching it, so I I didn't go to bed till like 3 o'clock in the morning. So, okay, let's continue. Chapter 1. Makin, did you ever look at my photo of my cat? I know I put it in your Discord, but I don't know if you've seen it. I haven't seen it, but been meaning to. So, I went back and forth on watching it because I know a lot of people on like other social media sites, they were saying stuff like, they were talking about how traumatizing it was and how they would not watch it again. And I was like, maybe I shouldn't. But, I think, but I got too curious. And now I kind of regret it. Yeah, well, Red Goku, I have not seen that Makin. So I don't know much about that one. I'm a hot mess. Oh, ads. I shall not tell lies. Okay. Let's get through chapter 1. From the... Oh my god. Oh my god. I apologize, Makin. It's been a while since I watched it, and I have bad memory. That is fair. That is fair. I know who you're talking about now, but, I didn't cry in that scene, I'll be honest, but I was a little tore up. So I didn't cry, but not like... I know. Was it his mom or his dad? But, like I said, I didn't cry in that scene. I can understand why, though, because that is kind of a sad, you know. But, I will say that, the Firefly movie, yeah, that one definitely had me in tears. So, I didn't cry. I'm so sorry. Look, I don't cry very often, and I usually avoid movies that make me cry because I don't like to cry. So, I was crying like a schoolgirl. That's fair. That's fair. I mean, like I said, I understand. I just didn't. I just didn't cry. So I'm guessing if you cried in that scene, you definitely would cry in the firefighter. So. Okay, chapter 1. Welcome back, tacos. Evasion. Lock it. Did you see my cat? If not, I can show you my cat. Headbop. Thank you for the redeems. I wonder what happens if I do both. There we go. I can do both. You saw it? Bucket, please tell me your thoughts. It is okay. I can't help but to laugh at her every time I see her, so... She's a little pitiful right now. Evasion. What the hell? I can't see. Those were my first thoughts when I woke up. I was seriously on the verge of panic. Come on, James, calm down, I told myself. I wasn't sure how, but I managed it. And when I did, it all came flooding back. I was in a road culvert, a freaking culvert. WTF, how did my life get so screwed up? Oh yeah, greedy ass hats in the government. Who'da thunk? Rob keeps talking. We can't leave moms. That's okay. Well, you said that your mom is like a pretty cool mom, so at least it's not like terrible, you know? Those dang Murdochs have been chasing me and I wasn't going to make it. I saw the pipe and had to take my chances. Those things are big, and this pipe, well, not so much. In fact, I knew I was going to get claustrophobic if I kept thinking about it. So, claustrophobic, there you go. For it was time to start working the problem. Dang, if that wasn't a long culvert. Good thing it's a one. Oh, yeah. You don't live far from your mom. That's fair. I hate driving long distances, so I hate driving, period. I thought it must be night for it to be that dark. Dear Lord, how long had I been out? I knew how tired I was, and there was nothing to do but wait. But I didn't really think I could have slept. Not with all that scratching and grunting from the Murdochs. Just goes to show. You know, I'm not really sure what it shows. I've always wondered about that saying. Not now, brain. Damn, that thing likes to get off topic. I needed to get this figured out and start moving. Driving does suck. It does. But certain times I don't mind driving. Like if I'm driving like for like vacation or something, I'm okay with that. Will James calm down or will James not? This is the cliffhanger. I must leave him. Good night, K-Ron. Good night. Thank you for being here and thank you for the raid. I love driving. Do you really, Bo? Like even like long distances? Like people that like drive an hour to work and an hour back, that stuff I can't understand. Speaking of off topic, I had no idea what happened to Mom and Jules. Mom had named her Julie, but no self-respecting teenage girl was going to put up with that nonsense. I smiled. Jules, you're in here. Pistol, you're still in here. Did you see my cat too, Pistol? Are you a cat person? I don't think I've ever asked you. Because we didn't get to talk very much last time. I smiled. She really did hate being called Julie. And there I go, drifting off topic again. It was time to get to work. Light wasn't an option until I could be sure I was alone. Dad always said you were a fool to jump before knowing what was below. He had a lot of jewels like that and loved to share them with me all the time. I started to crawl forward, trying to be as quiet as I could. That was harder than you might think, with sand and rock scattered across the bottom of the steel culvert. It was pretty hard on me, too, for that matter. I was nearing the end of the culvert, and I swear I heard something. So naturally, this is the point that I realized. You can't reach down and just grab a weapon when you're in a 20-inch pipe. So there I was, crawling headfirst towards God knows what, and not even a toothpick to defend my honor. I felt like a push pop, just waiting to see what wanted to take a lick. I felt like a push pop, just waiting to see what wanted to take a lick. I crawled, fell out of the pipe onto rocks a few feet below. Not exactly graceful, but I made it without anything trying to bite my head off. so I considered that a win. Sure enough, it was night, and a dark one at that. No moon, just starlight to see by. At least I could tell there was nothing within 15 or 20 feet. I could tell the Murdochs had given up and left, mostly because they weren't currently eating my spleen. Damn, those things are vicious. I wasn't too worried at this point because they would have heard me crawling around, and since I'm not dead, well, once again it was time to move. That seemed like all I did these days. Assesses the surroundings and move your ass. I found my pack on the other side of the road. Since I didn't have any food, the Murdochs ignored my pack. It only looked like it belonged to a homeless beggar instead of a dead homeless beggar. I even managed to backtrack and find where I dropped my M1 while trying to reload. I sure love that gun, but damn, I hate stripper clips. What I wouldn't have given for a good old AK-47. My kit back together and me mostly in one piece, it was time to find a better place to rest. Yeah, I know, I had just woken up, but you just don't travel at night if you don't have to. There was just way too many things to stumble into the dark, and none of them are good for your health. Normally, I avoided roads, but dark as it was, the road seemed like the best option. The one good thing about the EMPs was the stranded cars. They make pretty good shelters in a pinch, and usually unlocked. Few people bothered locking them once they realized they were dead. I found an old Toyota Camry and climbed into the back to wait for daylight. It seemed to be getting colder, so it had to be late, maybe 3 or 4 a.m. I knew it wouldn't be too long before daylight. I should have just enough time for a quick nap. Stretch! What the? I mumbled before my brain could get control of my mouth. Stupid, stupid, stupid. That, my friend, is a good way to get killed. And what was that awful smell? God, I must be tired. Only one thing smells that bad. Murdochs. So what is a Murdoch, you ask? Well, that nasty little plague that hit us was a real bastard. It killed 37% of the US population in the first month. That was over 1 million people. That was a huge problem by itself. Only about 10% of us were immune. Say 30 million or thereabout. Everyone else? Well, it changed them. The flyers that dropped from the few working government aircraft said the virus was increasing metabolism, appetite, and aggression. At the same time, it lowered inhibitions to the point of a primitive ape. Couple this with all the instinctive traits of a threatened animal population to feed and reproduce. These are what my family calls Murdochs. So essentially, Murdochs are like pissed off bodybuilders on extreme amounts of steroids. They're not really bright, they're super aggressive, and most of them are pretty damn strong. There were definitely a few ruts in the litter. Some people just don't have the genetics for even viral steroids to make much difference. The only thing I didn't mention is an increased sense of smell or hearing. That's because they don't have one. Thank God. They may be strong as hell, fast and want to kill everything that crosses their path, but they're not superhuman. No super smell, no super hearing. Just normal, everyday wild man, cave dweller, kind of primitive killing machines. So there I was laying in a damn Camry trying to stay still and not make a sound. My breath sounded like an industrial fan to me. The only saving grace was that the car still had all its windows. Its closed windows. I thanked all that was holy that it was still dark. Welcome home, Bo! The Murdochs used their long, thick nails like claws, and that one seemed to delight in scraping them along the car. I bet it worked great to scare prey from hiding. It definitely had me scared, as if that's not enough. He also had a club. Yup, they could still use primitive tools. Yippee. So, I was laying on my back and could see the beast turn towards the back door. I gently slid my pistol from its holster and eased it into line with the door. With the safety off, I began to slowly squeeze the trigger. A sudden wail from a little way off nearly caused me to fire. It seemed to startle the Murdoch too. It snorted loudly, almost in disgust, as it turned towards its companion's call and began to jog away. Shoddy, short, sweet. Okay, I got you. I was like, shoddy, sweet. I let out a long breath I hadn't even realized I'd been holding. Putting the gun back in its holster, I slowly sat up to be sure the Murdoch was gone. 2 encounters in one night? I couldn't decide if I'd angered the gods or had a guardian angel. Either way, that luck surely wouldn't hold. After some consideration, I decided to stay put. Wandering around in the dark with roaming Murdochs is no bueno. I didn't think I could sleep with everything that had happened, but sure enough, I drifted off. When my eyes opened this time, I saw the muted rays of first light. Shoot, Bo. I forgot. Hold on, Bo, let me get you your points. And I just realized that my points for people to join isn't coming up either, is it? God, I don't even know what happened to my computer this week. It's fine, Bo. Shoot. Why is it doing that? Hold on, I think I messed up your points. Bohemian. Oh, now it's... Wait, did you have to start? I don't know why it's doing that. Bohemian pick. Okay, there we go. Savage, welcome in. How's your Saturday? And then, Bo, I forgot to do. Oops. Shout out. Bo. You started it? See, it's supposed to be like, it should do it automatically. It's been busy, but not too bad. How are you? I'm doing good. I had a late start. So I didn't even get up till super late. So, Savage, we started a new book. Okay, you're paused?
The way you are.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
So, we are going to find that game. YouTube.
Oh my goodness. Look at the kitties. Savage, I didn't even know
So
you had
sorry
cats.
I had to witness that. There's about to be a what? A cat fight?
Savage, let me show you. Let me show you. I had to get my cat shaved. So let me show you, Oh, holy jeez. Let me show you my cat. It is totally okay to laugh. She looks very pitiful. And I can't help it. Every time I see her now, I just kind of laugh at her too. Savage, look, look at my cat. There's my pitiful looking cat. Perry the well, actually, so Perry was used to be named Periwinkle. My friend had named her Periwinkle, and when I got her, I just shortened it to Perry. So that's why it's kind of spelled different. More like Perry the Platypus. That is so true. That is so true. But yeah. There's my pitiful looking cat. She was mad at me. She was definitely mad at me at this this day. Like, every time I came into my office, she just ran into her cat hut or into my closet. Like, she did not want anything to do with me. I still said bobblehead. She does look like Savage. Yes, she is cute. She is, but she's pitiful right now. This is her shave. And her tail isn't shaved either. So she just looks really funny. So I laugh at her every time I come into my office and I see her. Maybe a Funko Pop. Maybe. But okay, so Savage, she's getting older, and I don't think she's cleaning herself like cats normally would, so I had to get her shaved. Okay, let us continue, because I'm almost done with the chapter. Where was I? Now that's what I'm talking about. I said it and immediately regretted that outburst. I have got to get control of the blunderbuss mouth of mine. I raised my head slowly, but there was no sign of movement. I decided to wait a little longer, then get a move on. I had a long hike ahead in enemy territory. Hence the platypus. I should... Okay, I will be honest, since I got her shaved, I have been tempted to like buy her like Like just one of those like little sweaters or something to put on her, but I don't know how she would handle that. Every morning before we break camp, okay. Every morning before we break camp, my mother picked a distant landmark where we could meet if we got separated. The current landmark was an old cell tower. It didn't seem far when we picked it, but I swear I'll be lucky if I could get there before sunset. It was amazing how much further a few miles seemed when you didn't have a car.